Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode, Real Rocky Podcast. Episode number 3, and today happens to be 3/26/26. And spring is here, but pretty soon we'll see nature explode into color and everything re-emerges beautiful. The leaves, the color, the weather, the temperature. Can't wait. So this is our third episode, and we're starting very slow. Again, I think I said it last episode, Rome was not built in one day. It takes time, no hurry. What's the hurry? Where are we going? Humanity has been the same from the beginning of time. Now, thanks to Comcast and to the technology and to the cameras, we can transmit, record, and have for posterity anyone like me show or record or express freely what's on our hearts. Amazing. If you think about it, it's an amazing feat. I wanted to bring in a guest today, but he had a doctor appointment. Something came up, so the guest won't be making today, but that's okay. We'll have more and more guests. My scope is to share with you, my audience, things, people, events that I happen to be living, experiencing. Like last Sunday, we attended the St. Patrick Parade in Mystic, Connecticut. It was unending. It's starting to sprinkle. I was taking some pictures, and even though I have professional cameras, usually cameras don't like rain very much. But it was like, I think almost over an hour, maybe 2 hours. It was on and on and on, beautiful. And so I'll share with you. People, companies, floats, marching bands. It's amazing. And of course, an occasion of St. Patrick, the 17th of March, everybody's Irish for that day. So then we move on, this and that, other meeting, other attendances, other situation. But the bottom line is, we have to reassert our rightful place in this country. For too long, and it's been my contention. Remember the first episode when Lee Elsey was here, my first guest? He said, well, what do you want? What are you trying to convey? What message? The message is, we elect people into office. They get in position. They get powerful. They get prestigious positions, and they forget all about us. I'm telling you, that's how I feel. And it doesn't have, people make a mistake. You see, they do it on purpose. Oh, but they're Democrats or they're Republicans. No, they're both sides. Both sides. You see, we couldn't be in such a dire strait. We couldn't be in such a death. We couldn't be in such a disgraceful budgetary downfall if it only was one or two or three, or one party and not the other. We couldn't be. They're both sides, most of them. Most of our elected official, once they get into office, they forget they work for us, and they start working for the next election, for the next campaign, for the next donor class, instead of saying, you know what, that's not right for my co-citizens. This is not what I'm here for. I'm not here to enrich myself. I would like to ask that question. Are you there to enrich yourself? Really? That's why you ran for office? Like I'll say a couple names. Nancy Pelosi, you name it, both sides. That's the focus on your political life is so that you can get wealthy. You're a disgrace. You are a disgrace if that's what's in your heart. And guess what? God knows. God, the entity, the power, the majesty that put in motion the universe, knows our hearts. Why? Because He created it. And again, and I say it on the air all the time on a Rocky Radio show, in case you tune in from time to time, every Saturday for over 10 years. I say it all the time. The heart, when I say heart, it's not the muscle inside my chest that pumps the blood through my body or our bodies. It's not. The heart of a human being is our spirit. Are you aware of that? Is it news? It's not news. God created our spirits. That's why He knows our hearts. Our hearts is the very essence of who we are. And it's something that cannot be destroyed by humanity. Sure, the body dies, the heart starts pumping, the brain ceases to function. What about the spirit? What about it? Goes back to where it came from. But anyways, the political class in general, and again, it's not 100%, but it's a huge majority. They figure while we're in position, let's get rich. Let's do what's best for me and my family. Well, what about me? What about you? What about the lovely lady who's probably a widow at 78 years old and they lived in a place all their life, the husband passed away, she's by herself? They don't care. It's hard to imagine. They don't care. It's not their problem. Their problem is, these elected official problem is, how do we get reelected? How do we can make another deal? How can I get my kids into a big company? Look, this doesn't happen just here. See, that's the beauty. Humanity is the same throughout the ages and throughout the world. Political figures all over the world end up arrested, tried, because they embezzle, because they enrich themselves. That's a disgrace. Do they not know? Do they not believe? Do they not believe that when you do something like that, your life, you think you're happy, you think you got away with it, but you didn't. You won't. Because God is in control. It appears that you would profit from lying, cheating. Let's do this. Let's buy that. Disgrace. And that's why I urge the listeners, I urge the citizens to reassert ourselves into what is ours. When I go in front of the city council in Norwich, I said it many times, I don't want nothing from them but what's mine. I'm a citizen. I'm a taxpayer. You see, they once they get elected, they think City Hall is theirs. Folks, City Hall is ours. The police is ours. The fire department's ours. The infrastructure to fix the road, ours. Not theirs to do whatever they want. Now, if we don't get involved, if we don't attend meetings, if we don't voice our malcontent, if we don't redress our grievances, the big shots start to think, hey, nobody's listening, nobody's watching. We do whatever we want. Wrong. It is wrong. But they don't care. What are you going to do about it? Think about it. What are you going to do? Well, what can we do? What we can do is this. I urge anybody who's listening to me, to this recording, it'll be posted on Comcast, but then it'll be reposted on Facebook. Soon it'll be on YouTube, whatever. What we can do is alert and encourage one another. As I mentioned in the previous episodes, this Nick Shirley phenomenon, a young man, 23 years old, with a dingy camera or a cell phone, exposed billions of dollars of corruption. First in Minnesota, now is in California, and God knows where he's going to be. When a young man of 23 years of age does what the ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox, they haven't done it. And he gets 120 million views or more. Wait a minute. We got to pay attention. 120 million views within a week or two. And now he's moving on to California, unearthing some corruption that it's a disgrace. These political leaders, they make believe like, oh, I didn't know nothing about it. Of course you didn't. Folks, they know about it. I was born and raised, educated in the military, merchant marine officer in another world, in another era, in another continent. It's the same over there, if not worse. They do this all the time, and they get away with it if we, the people, we, the taxpayer, we who are the real owners of a country, don't stand for it. They'll say, wait a minute, you can't spend, you can't waste. What'd you do with the money? Mayor de Blasio, the previous two mayors ago, it was Adams, and now it's Mamdani, a Marxist, by the way. Mayor de Blasio, apparently his administration gave his wife, the wife's mayor, nice lady, they're all nice, $80 million to help out the needy in New York. Did you know that she can't account where that went? Where was it spent? 80 million. Please correct me if it's the wrong number. But it happens here, there, and everywhere. 80 million, they don't know what she did with it. Nothing happens. If you're a small mom and pop owner of a restaurant and you put $1 off the wrong column, and the IRS, oh, you broke the law. 80 million, they don't know. They don't know. Oh, well. Billions of dollars in California were spent by the big shots to address the homeless situation. Guess what? There's more homeless now than before. Well, what happened to billions with a B? What happened? They wasted it. Somewhere, somehow, somebody got it. And the homeless are still there, if not more. So what I'm suggesting is we have to create, and little by little, believe me, it'll come to pass. We have to create an environment where citizens, we, common folks, without being elected anywhere, should come over in front of a camera and record, whether you be in front of City Hall or where there's a pothole this size, where cars, if they go in, or a motorcycle for that matter, something major could happen, and start denouncing it. Look at all the tax we pay, and look what happens. We're going to form a citizen army of videographer, reporters, announcing, declaring. What other means do we have? If we don't do that, I'm afraid we can't change, we can't improve. If we let the political class continue to do what they've been doing, they continue to do what they've been doing. And if you're happy with that, okay, then forget about it. If you're happy with millions and billions and trillions of dollars being wasted with no consideration of we the people, the taxpayer, if you're happy, don't complain. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy. We did not agree to this. And I said it just the last city council meeting in Norwich, Connecticut. Whatever happened with the saying, no taxation without representation? Whatever happened? It's only been 250 years. Everybody forgot about it. We do not want to spend anything, any amount, at least that's my opinion, any amount at all, unless we are being represented. And this political class, they're not representing us. I hope you agree. We're going to form a citizen army of reporters. Maybe we'll have a hotline. Maybe we'll have, hey, Rock, did you see this? Let's go there. Their waste has to be reined in. The corruption has to be denounced. And the corrupted official have to be prosecuted. I don't care what. Do you think I care? Oh, but if it's Republicans, it's okay? No. I don't care. If you're a crook, if you are wasteful, if you are antisocial, and you don't care for our suffering, we, the taxpayer, I don't care who you are. I don't care what party you belong to. I don't care where you come from. We're here to do something better for the good of others. And if you don't agree, you should get off the stage. I've been saying this on the radio for over 10 years, and I've been believing this all my life. All my life. But, of course, sometime in my life I was in the military. Sometimes in my life I was a merchant marine officer. So there's only, then a dad, and now a grandfather. But everywhere, in every instances, we have to believe that we have the right to redress our grievances. I try 100% not to break laws. Why? Because it's not profitable. It's not smart. So we don't have to break a law, but we got to make the point. You can't do this and get away with it. You can't. I don't care who you are. You know, most of the elected official, beautiful families, beautiful wife with kids or handsome husband and kids, they stand at a podium, vote for me, vote for me. They get into office. What happens? They forget. Vote for me, I'll take care of you. No. Vote for me and I'll take care of my next reelection so I can keep on gaining. There are political figures, elected officials, they're supposed to be working for us. They made millions and millions of dollars within a few years. How is that even legal? How is that honorable? How is it? And yet they're, oh, isn't he nice? Isn't she good? Millions. There and there, they become a political class, becomes something apart from the people that voted them into office. It becomes a different class, different outlook. And sure, they'll listen to you when it's time for re-election. Sure, they'll come around. Again, they'll make the little speeches. Folks, I've been involved for 4 years now. Let me tell you something. It's not a pretty picture. It's not really easy. And that's why a lot of people don't want to get involved. But what happens when we don't get involved because we're sick of this situation? They get even more abusive. So what are we to do? I say let's get motivated. Let's get engaged. Let's get to the point where we are expressing freely without any fear of persecution, condemnation. Did you know England, today in England, this is 2026, a young lady from the Netherlands, Eva, I can't remember her name, it's beautiful, beautiful young lady. She posted something on X. Today is 2026. She's been last year. Some kind of criticism to the Prime Minister. Nothing violent, nothing, just a malcontent. She typed something. The government, the United Kingdom, sent her an email revoking her access to visit, to land, to go into England because she's not a good character. You understand? This is going to happen in the United States. You wait. The nation of England, the same thing in France, but England now, it's under attack, and so many other nations. You can't even express a disagreement with the political class. Really? Is that what the United States is coming to? About freedom of speech. Well, but, suppose the person gets offended. What? 250 years later, we forgot the foundation? What made this country, above all others, the most successful experiment in humanity? If somebody gets offended, I can't speak, I can't say, I have to check with them first. What are you, crazy? What's this? No, how did it get to us? I confront the city official in Norwich, Connecticut. That's where I happen to live. They tell me you can't turn around while you're speaking. You must face us, the big shots, the elected official. Who said that? What law is that? It's ridiculous. A couple of weeks ago, 2 meetings ago at City Hall, I turned around, is Chief Stoltz here? I turned around to see if he was there. And I was reprimanded like I'm a scoundrel. You got to face us. You got to talk to us. Oh, and by the way, they won't reply because it's not an interaction. I can express for 3 minutes if I comply with their demands. Folks, this is silly. It's happening everywhere. Not just here. Everywhere, citizens are being badgered by elected officials that swore to uphold our Constitution. They forgot it. Somehow they forgot it. They swore to it. They forgot it. You see, I got to talk to them. I got to address them. I can't say critical words. I don't even use F words. It's not my practice. But if I wanted to, I could. Oh, but wait. What if they're uncomfortable? Are you serious? Get over it. Get off the stage. Get off the platform. Step down. Resign. Quit. We, the people, will reassert our rightful place, not granted by the big shots in Norwich or Connecticut or anywhere, but by the founding fathers. I have rights, and I said this at City Hall, and eventually we'll play it. Believe me, as we get more and more situated, we'll play these little clips on a screen behind me here. You'll see it. I've said to the Council of Norwich, City Council, I have rights, granted me rights that none of you granted me. None of you. I have them. They're mine. I'm a citizen. Naturalized legal citizen. Some people, like my kids, my wife, they've been born here, so they have it by birth. I acquired it. So, same thing. I have rights that no council member, no chief of police, no mayor, no governor can take away from me unless I break the law. You see, a police officer has no jurisdiction over me whatsoever at any time unless I break the law, unless there's a predicate. There's a reason. Now, if I go through a red light, okay, the police officer can chase after me. I went through a red light. But short of me breaking the law, short of them having a predicate, a real reason, leave me alone. I'm a citizen. I'm a free citizen. I walk where I want to walk if it's public. You see what I'm saying? No fear. Why? Why would I have to fear? Oh, because a police officer has a gun? Forget about it. Express your will, extend on your principles freely. They will have to comply unless you break the law. Please understand. That's why, listen, I've been here over 40 years. Don't break the law. And then stand on your principle. Guess what? Many of the elected officials, many of the people in position of power and prestige, many of the military or many of the police officers that's supposed to obey the law, they break the law. Is that okay with you? It's not okay. You can't condone it. Oh, but he's a nice guy. He's got a nice family. Oh, but, he's a dedicated father. It's got nothing to do with it. Senator Menendez, if I remember the name correctly, senator from New Jersey, Democrat, happens to be Democrats, but he had gold bullions, cash, hundreds of thousands of dollars cash. Now he's in jail. What I'm suggesting is he was under investigation years and years, decades. They finally put together a case. It's a disgrace. You're a senator? You're that corrupt and you want to get away with it? It happens on both sides, by the way. We had a Governor Rowland, I believe, in Connecticut, went to jail twice. He didn't learn the lesson the first time. Please understand, these are not dumb people. These are not people that don't know. They know. I don't know. Most of them are very highly educated. What happens? They decide the law doesn't apply to them. Well, we'll remind them. We'll form an army of digital reporters. It's very simple today. Nick Shirley, his phenomenon of a 23-year-old, not a big, what budget, that some of these news anchors, they make millions of dollars a year. And here comes this kid. Here comes this kid from nowhere, and lo and behold, because of a video recording, which, by the way, it's admissible in court. A judge can look at the recording and make a call. Hey, by the way, when I watch soccer, we call it football in Europe, but right now it's part of the new referee, the new referee procedures. When something is not clear, the referee gets called to the sidebar. They look at a video. They replay the tape because of technology. And he might have not seen it. And he sees there's a foul, gives a penalty, and that's the new rule. So what I'm suggesting is we have means today that we can really have an impact. When somebody does something, when somebody, like like in Norwich, we're having this controversy with the Yantic Fire Department, which got ordered offline. We'll get into it eventually. I'm just saying, when there's something seen that if it can be recorded, we should record it. Get your phone out, and even if you don't have to do something about that day, it's okay. Record. That's all I'm saying. Record, because that could be used. That could be like a witness. See, sometimes you can go as a witness. Yes, I saw him doing or her doing this or that. But if you record it, even if you don't use it right then and there, I think we need an army of people, volunteers that are willing, because of the technology, because of means. Like, look at this. Folks, eventually I'll give you maybe a tour. This is amazing. Comcast, it's part of their giving back to the community. You know how much is all this equipment, if you had to buy it on your own just to start something, like 3 episodes? It's amazing. We have it. Let's use it. I encourage anybody. Of course, Lee Elsey's been on the radio for decades, but Marsha, we had a very short segment last time. We should have more and more. We should develop this civic, responsible outlet that people can get informed. You should know what's happening. Eventually, we'll post it. We'll repost it. It's free. I love when it's free. We have it. We should make use of it so that we can inform our neighbors. Believe me, what has happened in Minnesota with this kid, 120 million plus views, shook the system a little bit. Did you know that the governor of Minnesota was going to run again this November to retain his governorship after this news broke of this kid? Not NBC, ABC, CBS, none of them. None of them. This kid is the reason why the governor of Minnesota is not running again. He's a crook. They got caught with an outrageous example of corruption. Not running anymore. So it's a mandatory step that we have to make little by little. We'll go interview the firemen in Yantic. We'll be maybe posting some city council meetings. We'll start slowly. We'll start reasserting what is ours. You see, I don't want nothing from nobody. This country is my country. This state is my state. And I think that's the direction we're going. So I wanted to just be able to share with you another little episode. This is just we're building up. We're moving things in the background. We're improving. We're making connection. We're solidifying some friendships. Eventually, again, little by little, always in the spirit of doing something for the good of others. I want to interview some people that I've known, some very recently, some for years. We'll bring them here, share their stories, share their concerns, share their feelings. Why do we have to submit to such abusive behavior for our elected official? Are you kidding? Now they're going to start with mandate, vaccination. You must comply. Really? Because they're in charge. How about we're in charge? How about that? Last Saturday on the Rocky Radio Show, which goes on 94.9 every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., I said regarding the fire department, you know what? Instead of increasing the number of the paid fire department, since we can't afford it, we'll decrease it. This coming Monday, today's the 26th, this coming Monday, there'll be a budget there's going to be a city council meeting with a city manager, big shot. Don't get me wrong, they're nice people. Incompetent or maybe not useful, but he's going to propose a new budget. Guess what? How many cuts do you think he's proposing? How many positions is he doing away with? How much spending are they going to, and how much less taxation can we hope for? How much? Zero. I guarantee you it's going to be up and up and up and up. It's just the way they work it, because we're not being assertive. So let's be assertive and let's demand. Let's get their attention that we, the people, the residents, the taxpayers, are the owners. Would you go to a restaurant and the waitress or the waiter comes around and he bosses you around? This is what you're going to eat. This is what you're going to pay. Don't sit like this. Don't do this. Don't stay there. You got to look at the food. Did they do that? Would you go in such a place? What? Or is it attitude of a good restaurant? Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Please have a seat. What would you like? Could I serve you some coffee? We have a special. Would you like to consider this or that? They're servants. That's their job. That's their calling. They love it and they make a living. What do we do when we go to City Hall? They boss us like we're little sheeps that they own. Are you kidding? Where do they get this attitude? Yeah, I'll name names. Believe me, will show. It's recorded. Will show how they must really not believe. They must hate the citizens that they're supposed to serve. Because you can't develop an attitude and then act on it like you're entitled to it. We'll fix it. I promise you, we'll fix it. It'll take a while, but the Nick Shirley phenomenon has to be, or the other name to know, I'm sure you know, is James O'Keefe. Man, they don't like when they're caught with their hands in a cookie jar. They don't. They're not that clever. We just have to be courageous. We have to be firm. We will expose the rot and corruption and the bad human behaviors. I don't care who that is. I don't care. Please don't fall into this it's only the Democrats. No, it's not. It's human nature. So I want to kind of say that please stay tuned. It's very important that you stay tuned, that you share. It doesn't cost anything. Please, if you're viewing this third episode of the Real Rocky podcast, please share it. Let somebody else or alert somebody else. Hey, check out this guy. By the way, and I say this on the radio for over 10 years, I don't sell mugs, 2 for the price of 1. I don't sell T-shirts. I know it's going to cost money eventually to make it more official, to pay for a channel and all that, but God willing, I don't want to be a merchandiser. It's not in my nature. So you stay tuned. We'll develop this thing, God willing. And we'll bring some people along. We'll share some stories. And then you tell me if this worthy cause can continue, can grow, and make we the people the real owners, the true owners. We the people must reassert our rightful place. May God bless you all. May God, the God of Israel, continue to bless these United States of America. Ciao.